St Johnstone 1, Hearts 0 is the half-time score in the SPL match underway here on ESPN this lunchtime. Jim Jeffries and Scott Booth here in the studio. Let's talk about the goal. Goals win games and they change things round. And let's look at it from both perspectives. First of all, you do it from the attacking.
Well, it's a great goal from an attacking perspective. Hearts on the ball, St Johnstone win the ball back. And if you look at the two strikers, they've worked in combination the whole first half, but particularly for this goal. I mentioned before the game it was important that Sheridan started to get on the score sheet, was doing this. Look at the way they've dropped off. Both of them, centre-halves are far too far off him, but Sheridan in particular creates that little bit of space for himself by playing in between the midfield and the defence. And then Sheridan's run creates the space for himself, but if you look at Sandaz, that's a great ball in. You just see there at the top right of your picture there, that arrow was on Obua, who was out of position really, but it was a great goal from Derek McInnes's point of view. And to be honest, they have played really well going forward. They've managed to get wide as well on the right-hand side, and it's made it difficult for Hearts to cope with. Yeah, but defensively, Jim, how do you look at the way Hearts dealt with it?
Well, Scott said there then there's no doubt that that's the first part, that the two defenders let the strikers drop off and didn't go tight, and then obviously it gave them room to manoeuvre the ball, to work as a pair. And then just at the end there, Andy's gambled that he's going to be offside and got punished because he's timed it perfect. But for me, you know, when Danny Granger had the ball, you know, with Hearts formation, Morovic, I think, was trying to protect the two centre-halves. You could see him black in a little bit. Where was Abu? I think he had started to make a run when Danny got the ball, which I think he maybe been better let to see if Medic should be the one to get on the ball. But because he was out, there was a space there that allowed Mackay to play that ball into the striker, which was Sandaza, who allowed to set up Sheridan. So, you know, David was out of position. It might have been because he was wanting to make a run forward. That was maybe his instructions.
Well, Jim, as a manager, what do you say to your team there? Because of course you want your players to get forward, but the fact you can't see Abua there, just at the top of the screen he comes in, does that suggest?
Well, the shape there, you know, I think maybe in those situations, especially away from home, if Mehdi Taou was playing off the strike, he's the one to go into the space, and then if he gets the ball, David Abua can maybe then go and give him an option to run off him. I think he was just caught out too early and probably trying to make a run forward. But that's the difference, you know. You make that choice, you get caught, and then the goal leads fit, because there was definitely a gap there to play into the strikers. But the defenders have got to take a share of the blame.
We did talk about that in the first half, the shape of Hearts, it was causing a problem. But of course, they get the second goal, St Johnstone, or sorry, second chance, St Johnstone, to make it 2-0, and they should really make it 2-0 with Liam Craig's chance, because, well, again, what they managed to do is go down the right-hand side, but what Liam Craig's done really well the whole first half is he's managed to tuck himself right into that midfield area. You see here, it's on the right-hand side. Again, it's the front two players that are causing problems, and Liam Craig really should finish. But credit to him, because he's recognised the way that Hearts are playing quite narrow, and it's meant that he, at times, has got to fill in there to make it more difficult for Hearts in a defensive point of view for St Johnstone. But at the same time, it also means he's got to try and get himself into the box from an attacking point of view. He's done well.
Hearts' formation is because, you know, they rely on the two full-backs to get, and they're good at getting forward. But I've got to say, St Johnstone's wide players, because, you know, what you lose in the middle with being outnumbered, they've certainly gained with the wide players doing extremely well and keeping the full-backs pinned back.
Second half is on the way. Derek McInnes will be wanting his team not just to hold that advantage that they have, he wants them to build on it too. If they do that, it means that St Johnstone fans will be able to cheer their first SPL home win of this season. Hearts aren't finished though.